You say the word.
Hey, Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of enemies. The Minutemen tangled with them.
You said something about the railroad?
Supposedly, they help runaway synths escape the Institute, but the only thing I have is a rumor. A code phrase.
Uh-huh. That Brotherhood airship is hard to miss.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want. Especially, they just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you rescued and conquered? Far as I know, they used to be a volunteer army, dedicated to protecting friends, family.
We should get going.
All right.
Hey.
Where to? You look like you could use a pick-me-up. Good neighbor, huh? You looking to get stoned or stabbed?
But I don't want anyone here to forget what matters.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up? What a day, huh?
Browski the other day.
He wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters.
Cleo.
We freaks gotta
Remain
stick together.
silent during the
And
speech.
the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their synths!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later, you've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor!
And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Hancock!
People!
People! For the people!
This is one of the few places in the Commonwealth that accepts schools. Not like those bigots in Diamond City.
Brotherhood of Steel, better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying. Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship? Yowza. Yeah?
Hey there.
Need a place to stay? Try Hotel Rexford.
Huh? Yeah?
Your lady friend there. She's the dame who writes public occurrences, right? Good stuff. I always did appreciate good investigative journalism.
Hey there.
You sticking around, you'll need to join a crew. I hear Bobby No-Nose is looking. Always a catch with the no...
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Nick.
Let's go talk to Amari.
Excuse me.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own...
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy.
Are you two mad?
Sure.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the...
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who could make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantee.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But that's an incredible risk to...
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old... grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory we load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory lock. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness...
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there.
Sure.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
I'm sure that's gonna take some getting used to for a lot of people.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you will turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I'd come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the She. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I
seem to
could,
be getting closer.
maybe.
Try this next one.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. The first synths weren't all that
Getting
impressive.
One of these has
I'm
got
good,
to tell us
but
something.
I'm not that good.
We're running out of brain
But
here.
the Institute could always make more.
Ah, there's
They
one
kept
that
making
looks
them
mostly
better
intact.
each time.
Connecting now.
They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. The first synths weren't all that impressive. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Just find him.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
T6. Down the hall near the end.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course,
I found
neither did
another
they.
intact memory.
Not really.
Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. Are you ready to talk?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes it. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there.
Uh-huh. How do I fight that much?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one.
I'll find a way to get...
Good luck.
Right?
By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up.
Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Hey.
Point the way. What do you need?
Your thoughts?
You know, you are some kind of dedicated. I wouldn't want to share a beer with Kellogg, let alone a brain.
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What did you say?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Anyway, I feel fine. Or I could head back to Diamond City.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there.
can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too.
Sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this town? They got another thing coming.
Excuse me.
What am I gonna
Just a
tell his
friendly
mother?
neighborhood watch, shooting down Institute spies as they crop up.
Hey there.
Got a reason to be bothering me. I just had...
All right, I'm going.
You stay close to you and yours now. They start acting weird.
We're just here keeping good neighbor free of Institute spies.
Daisy.
Oh, new face walks into my store. And you're not even...
Let's see what you got.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
I've got a weapon here for every situation.
Hunting.
So what kind?
Anything that can kill a man, I sell. Except now.
Let's see what you got.
A gun for every occasion.
going down. Command Center.
What's that for?
afraid I'm not much use in a fight anymore. But back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy, Mad Woman.
Certainly seen better days. guess we're here. Wait, are those Brotherhood markings?
Look at these burn marks. You must have spent a whole case of ammo holding this site. Paladin Dance is waiting for you inside.
We missed all the fun. We've got the airport ruined and secure this place now. The perfect state.
Cavalry's arrived, and it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Who's Elder Maxon?
He's a dangerous man, that's what he is.
Maxon is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station.
There's still a lot of
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel, beauty, and shoot them in this space.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
You? I got time.
Heads up.
What you got for me?
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted. And welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I field promoted her to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor her entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Pridlin and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Captain Kells.
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who... I've read Paladin Dance's reports. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize... Understood?
Sure. What exactly is your...
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly. Now, was there any...
Absolutely.
Good. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. If you have any questions, ask me.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command.
Right.
Dismissed, Initiative.
This area is under our protection.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction, and most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our beneath the Commonwealth. There is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Unless you like getting shot,
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire, and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't. Therefore, from this moment forward, and befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power.
I'll do my best to live up.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier.
Heads up.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Look alive. Look alive.
What can I do?
Piper.
You know, you look like you could really use this. These things have literally saved my life.
Your thoughts?
Piper and Blue. Sounds more...
Your thoughts?
How did I ever travel without you, Blue?
Your thoughts?
Nothing.
Are things all right between us?
Well, I gotta say, I like the way you've been handling yourself out here. Commonwealth's not an easy place to do the right thing. But somehow you manage.
I was just wondering.
Not a lot of complaints at the moment. And you can ask around. That is a rare occurrence.
Nothing else for now.
All right.
Getting a bit of a twitch on Prop 3, adjusting form.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work.
Paladin
ahead of us,
Dance.
brother.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
He's a very dedicated man.
Of course he does. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if...
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
Good. Because we've got a lot of work ahead of us. And I don't want any... Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend...
You can come with me or wait until...
In that case,
Mm-hmm.
if you change your mind, just...
Huh. Hey, Piper.
Heading my way? Heading my way?
You sure you want to travel with me?
I think I could suffer through it.
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Exercise extreme caution out there, Piper. The Commonwealth is hazardous for civilians.
I can handle myself, soldier boy.
Hey.
Hmm?
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. Can't fix
Proctor. So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, my name's Ingram. And this love... If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell. I have a whole... There isn't a day that goes by on this tub.
Right.
And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as...
Actually, you seem to be getting around really...
I suppose it's better than the altar. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hand... There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the word. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back.
Night? In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
No time to waste when there's work to be done.